There is this lady in my company. We both work in a popular insurance company here in Ghana. She joined the company about 5 years after I did, but she started from the same position I was working at. There have always been rumors that she had used the back door to get to my position because she came in with a first degree, whereas I had a master's, but had to start from a lower rank before working my way up to where I am. I have tried to focus on my job the best that I can and to avoid office gossip and politics, but some things are so clear that it is very difficult to overlook. Anyone who spends a few weeks in the company will notice her closeness to our immediate boss. It was just too obvious. Now, let's call a spade a spade. The lady is very pretty, fair-colored with a beautiful body and all of that. I know guys run for girls like that, but the least I can expect is that even if there is something going on, work is work and professionalism should be kept. We all have skeletons in our cupboards and no one is perfect, but there are limits. This lady's attitude in the office is breeding jealousy amongst my other co-workers and causing issues. First of all, she has surpassed others who have higher certificates and are more hardworking than her. The human resource manager of the company, who is a good friend of mine, told me that she didn't even submit a letter of application before being hired. She also didn't attend any interviews like all the other applicants. Our boss just outright gave her the job. There was another employee who had proven his competence that many of us were expecting to get the position, but he never did. This lady came out of nowhere with no qualification or proven herself, and in less than a year has moved up the ranks. She now regularly shouts and orders her subordinates, people who were here before her and have contributed more to the company's success than her. The lady is arrogant and has no manners. She speaks to the janitors anyhow and carries herself like she is the madam of the place. She has even threatened to sack a co-worker even though she doesn't have the power to do that. Thankfully for me, we are both in the same rank and she hasn't been rude to me yet. But it's a bit sad to see some of my friends complaining bitterly about how the boss has allowed the newbie to speak to them and treat them anyhow. A particular friend of mine has been trying to get promoted for years, and there always seems to be one issue after another. Personally, the work environment has been toxic for me. My boss clearly is not being faithful to his wife, and I've been trying to find another job for months to escape the toxicity. My suspicions about our boss and the new lady was confirmed recently. I spotted them at a particular pub in town while out with my boyfriend. Knowing it was them, I started to record and take pictures as they got close to each other while kissing. To make sure they knew that I knew, I went to their table to greet. They got uneasy instantly and the whole experience was very awkward. Ever since then, they have both been avoiding me in the office. I know my boss's wife. I know work colleagues who can use these pictures and videos to get their revenge. Dating within the firm is actually against company policy and he could get in trouble for that. Apart from my boyfriend, no one else knows about the evidence I have. It's been exactly 3 weeks since I saw them at the pub and I am still contemplating what to do with the footage I have. The lady's attitude towards our other co-workers is just as bad as it has ever been, maybe even worse. Every time she repeats her antics, I can think of nothing else but releasing those pictures. I want the listeners to know that I don't hate this lady. Far from that. Her attitude just stinks and it creates a lot of tension in the office. Some co-workers have reported her to superiors in the past and nothing has ever happened. Our boss just keeps on defending her. I don't know if releasing the evidence I have will finally be enough to put them in their place. Would I be crossing the line? Kindly advise.